My first question is, Madam Sponsor, the lack of financially gainful opportunities in the provinces are driving more solo parents to become OFWs. Does the DMW and OWA have statistics on how many OFWs are solo parents?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, we don't have the exact figures as to the solo parents. However, since last year, there have been solo parents who have participated in the regional KKK activities of the department with a total number of 88 beneficiaries, Mr. Speaker. And also, under the reintegration program, there have been solo parent beneficiaries of 45. And the department, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, has also opened an express lane for the solo parents, OFWs, in the processing of their documents, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
Thank you for your reply, Madam Sponsor. I would just like to request na sana po, baka pwede po natin i-track, baka pwedeng i-track po ng OWA ang statistics on how many OFWs are solo parents. Kaya ko po nasabi yan is because, siyempre, pagka nahihiwalay po sa pamilya po naapektuhan, so it would be, I think it would be wise to track how many families are being affected by our workers or our families being separated tapos pumupunta po sila na abroad. Kasi naapektuhan po yung ating basic unit.
Yes, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleague, the department commits to monitor the number of solo parents, and as provided by the Goods Secretary, right now they are working with the DICT. They are working on the data on the IT level, and by next year, they will have the hard data, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
Thank you for that, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker. My next question is, the late Sec. Toots Ople disclosed in one of her interviews that there are roughly 44% low or semi-skilled OFWs deployed, and over 50% of these are women. Considering that RA 11861 is already 3 years old, yung RA 11861 po, yan yung Expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act. Has the DMW and OWA formulated programs specifically for OFW solo parents?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the department has issued Department Order Number 6 Series of 2024 entitled Guidelines for Promoting and Protecting the Rights of Solo Parents in Need of Assistance through Policies, Programs, and Services of the Department of Migrant Workers. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
Can we just get a list of the programs and specific programs na ginagawa po natin? So,
yes, Mr. Speaker, we will provide,
yeah.
Mr. Speaker.
Is it, you also mentioned meron na po tayong solo parent help desk or express lane for solo parents. That is locally, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, that's locally and overseas. They provide the express lanes.
So the express lane and solo parents help desk is can be accessed even through our foreign offices.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
Thank you for that, Madam Sponsor. On earmarked revenues, may I ask, what are the verification fees and where are the funds sourced from?
Mr. Speaker, the DMW currently has 5.1 billion in trust funds and 4.1 billion with the Bureau of Treasury. Mr. Speaker.
5.1
billion in trust fund and 4.1 billion with the Bureau of Treasury. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
So, of the saan po nanggagaling yung may I ask, sorry, again, Madam Sponsor, why was the fund created? For what purpose?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the funding is sourced from collections from Filipino workers as verification fees in the amount of $10 US, Mr. Speaker. And a portion of this fund is being utilized for the administrative and operational expenses of migrant workers' offices for the performance of their respective mandates, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleague.
So, it was created specifically for the purpose of building MWOs or migrant worker offices. Ano po ba yung main purpose ng migrant worker office?
The migrant workers offices, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, serves as the operating arm of the Department of Migrant Workers overseas, and it is specifically established, mandated under the law creating the Department of Migrant Workers, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
So I would just like to take note also that dito po sa CPBID report, it was mentioned that there is a slow rollout of MWOs. While 42 MWOs have been established worldwide with plans of creating or constructing more, progress is slow relative to the scale of global OFW deployment. So ang sinasabi po, Madam Sponsor, Mr. Speaker, is that we need the MWOs kasi po mabilis yung rollout natin ng OFW deployment pero hindi po nagka-catch up yung MWOs. Tama po ba, Madam Sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, I agree on the statement of the good congressman. However, the department is continuously working into fully establishing all the required MWOs in the abroad. However, there are only certain challenges being encountered, such as the approval of the host countries. Basically, that's the main challenge. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
So, to what you've mentioned, based on sinasabi niyo po yung approval, ilan po ba ang may approval? Ilan po ba ang plano natin itayo for 2026 sana? Madam Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, currently we have 42 MWOs existing, and this year there will be 3 additional.
So, 3 lang po ba yung naaprubahan?
3 additional for this year, Mr.
No,
Speaker.
I mean, how many countries? Sabi nyo, we are reliant on the approval of the countries. Are we limited to 3, or are there other countries which have approved the MWOs? The creation of MWOs? Madam Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, we have submitted our proposals to for a total of 16 MWOs, and as of September 8, 2025, only 3 have been approved. That is in the Cambodia, Vietnam, and Guam, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
So we requested for 16.
Yes, in different
So it's the
countries.
countries po na hindi nag-approve.
The others are pending.
Or is it because of budgetary requirements?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, we are mainly awaiting approval from the host countries. There is sufficient budget allocation for these 16 MWOs.
How much did you request in terms of, from the earmark fund, magkano po ba ang ni-request ng DMW as budget for MWOs for this year? For 2026, Madam Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the department has earmarked 580 million under the 2026 NEP, and the department has requested a budget for additional operating expenses and creation of additional MWOs in the amount of 388.421 million, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
So, the 580 which we requested only covers the current operating expenses of the 42. Tama po ba?
Of the 42 and the 3 additional MWOs.
Including the operating expense and maintenance of the 3.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished
Or
colleague.
just the CAPEX, the creation, construction of the 3.
It includes the operating expenses, Mr. Speaker.
So the 388, the 388 million is supposed to add how many MWOs?
It will be the 388.41 million requested budget will be for the 10 additional MWOs. That will cover the creation and the operating expenses.
Ilan po ba ang total MWOs na kailangan natin itayo? And do we have a timeline for this?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, under the law, the law requires that all foreign service posts shall have a resident migrant workers office.
So we have 42. We intend to add 10, which will make it 52. Ilan pa po ang kailangan natin?
We have 90 service foreign posts, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, and so we still need 51 MWOs, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues.
So if we intend to build how many annually?
Ideally, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the department intends to build 10 MWOs annually.
So in 5 years, dapat po makumpleto na natin.
That is correct, Mr.
That is the
Speaker.
projected timeline.
Yes,
Madam
Mr.
Sponsor.
Speaker. Distinguished.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking these questions is because meron po kasi tayong pera. So, based on your fund balance as of December 31, you have 5.5 billion, 5.59 billion dun po sa nakukuha natin sa verification fees. So, we requested, the DMW requested for 580 lang for 2025. And another 580 for 2026. Despite the fact na nag-i-increase po yung ating revenues, yung ating earmarked revenues. Ang pumasok po sa atin for 2025 is 1 billion collected from verification fees. And then, we're projecting 1.2 billion for 2026. So, bakit hindi pa po natin i-ramp up? Why don't we at least double the rollout of the MWOs? So all I'm saying, Madam Sponsor, is baka pwede po natin silang tulungan na taasan na lang yung request nila. Baka the department would like to increase the request.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, we will increase our request because as
Total po, Madam Sponsor, sorry, pera naman po ng DMW yan.
yes po. Yes, Mr.
At
Speaker,
hindi po dapat nililimit yung releases sa kanila.
yes, they will increase the request and they are ongoing submission for approvals through the DFA, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleague, in order to secure the approval of the host countries, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague.
And I would just like to add na if the DMW is open to that, edi ayusin na po natin, Madam Sponsor, dun sa special provision ng kanilang verification fees, ng kanilang earmarked revenues, para taasan na rin yung kanilang allocation.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, we welcome that suggestion and the department is thanking the good congressman for the suggestion.
So, with that, I would like to end my questioning. Thank you very much, Madam Sponsor. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I fully support the passing of the budget of the DMW. Thank you very much.